As graphic designers who basically make use of different varieties of design software, it is expected of us to make modifications to the interface in such a way that it can basically improve our work. So guys, on this video, I'll be walking you through on how to set up your workspace in Adobe Photoshop to be precise. Over here, I have the Adobe Photoshop actually opened on my PC here, and before diving into setting up the workspace, I would like to explain some little things I have over here on the home screen. Over here, we have a list and a thumbnail preview of subsequent projects I've actually worked on. When I click on this, we have the list menu that basically comes up showing you varieties of projects that I've worked in form of list, while this actually appears in form of thumbnails. Okay, so over here as well, we have another menu here that basically enables you to open a particular file document in Photoshop. So over here in Photoshop, if you click on the all formats here, this will show you the various file formats that is actually compatible or can be accessed in Photoshop, and you can actually work on any of those file formats while using Photoshop. So the first thing I would like us to do here is to create a new file over here, and we have the new document panel. On the new document panel here, it will give you a preset or a template of different file dimension in respective of different kind of design. Okay, so over here I have a category called recent, saved photos, print, art and illustration, web, mobile, films and videos. These are various presets that basically comes up in the new document, and each of these has what it actually entails in them. Under the recent here, you can see these are recent presets or custom presets I basically use in creating designs. While over here, when I hover to the photo category, you can see these are different presets. You can see view all presets. Okay, these are different presets, and here are their parameters of each of these presets. When I click on this, the preset will actually change as well. When I click on this, the preset also actually changes. So this is basically the default preset that comes with Adobe Photoshop. You can either work with it, or you can actually make modification by creating your own canvas on which you will be designing on manually if you actually have an intended dimension to use. So over here on this preset, I can choose to create my own personal customized preset by coming over here and giving the project a name. I can call this workspace. Okay. Okay. Over here, there are various units of measurements ranging from inches, centimeters, millimeters, among the rest. So you should be knowledgeable enough to understand which units you intend to use in creating any form of design. For this, I might choose to set this as follows, maybe 4 by 5 in terms of dimension. Maybe I intend to create this design for Instagram, that is a screen kind of design. Okay, and when creating this, there are different orientation. Can set it as landscape or portrait. It will actually interchange the values between the height and the width respectively. So you can also create carousel design, those designs that look like slide, using the artboard. The artboard gives you a variety of options on which you can design each of the slides on individually. And for this, you can also set up your resolution. But while setting up resolution, there are factors we are ought to look into that has to do with who or what are you creating the design for. Are you creating the design for screen, or are you creating it for print? If you intend to create design for screen that can be used across all social media like Facebook and the rest of them, you are expected to set your resolution on 72 to be precise. Moving on, you can also choose to set this on 300 if you intend to create the design specifically for print. Moving on, here we have the color mode, and you can actually set up your color mode on either RGB or CMYK. The RGB color mode is specifically designed for screen designs. Okay, while the CMYK is basically designed for print purposes. So you can actually leave other settings the way they are like this, and you can click on the create button. So here is the Adobe Photoshop Workspace user interface, okay? And this is basically how your Photoshop interface will be looking like for the very first time you're actually launching the app, okay? So before I walk you through on how to customize your workspace, I would like to walk you through on some basics here that has to do with the various panels we have here. Over here, you have the menu panel, and this panel comprises of file, edit, image, layers, among others. And each of these menu panels has some set of options that comes with it, basically. Okay, that is in terms of the menu panel. Over here, we have the tool panel. This entails different tools that you can use in working in Photoshop. Okay, please take note that each panel has its own how will I call it, an options. It gives you a variety of options in terms of modifications. So if I select this move tool, it gives you this set of options in terms of working with the move tool. When I select the rectangular marquee tool, this also changes by giving you some set of options in terms of modifying the rectangular marquee tool. When I select this, the options also changes. When I select this, the option changes. So for each tool you select, the option panels for the tool changes, okay, in respect to which tool you're actually selecting, okay. So I basically advise creatives to make their two panel to be in form of a double column. Okay, so you click on this arrow at this end to make it in form of a two column two panel, so that the tools can be very close to your eye, unlike you having it on a single straight line. So over here we have various panels as well. We have layers, channels, paths, properties, adjustments, libraries, and the rest of them. These are just presets that basically comes with the Adobe Photoshop. So in order for you to see the various presets of workspace that Photoshop has, you can click on this arrow here and you can move across any of them. You can switch to painting and you see that the workspace changes. You can go back and switch to photography and you see that the workspace actually changing depends on which preset you intend to use. But as graphic designer, I like to create a preset that will be convenient for me in creating designs. So I'll be showing you two workspace type I basically use. Okay, so as designer, I look at, okay, what what panels are very essential to me as a designer. Basically, I need more of my layers, channels, and the paths. I don't need the histogram, the navigator. I don't actually need those. So I like to keep the layers, the channels, and the paths, but I don't need this. So I can either right click on each of them and click on close, or you can just click on this and click on close tab group. The entire group will be closed. I need the adjustment, but there's no need for it here because I already have it over here. Okay, all these are actually down beneath the layer panel. So I don't also need the library. So I can just click on this and close the whole tab group. That is in terms of the art. So I'll be having the layers, the channels, and the paths. Okay, that is in terms of this. So moving on, I can also uh, add some features such as the properties. So you can enable the property panel from the window menu and click on the property. You can have your property over here. Okay, that is in terms of creating the first workspace. So how do we save this workspace for subsequent usage? So I'll come over here, click on the arrow and click on new workspace. So for this, I can call this workspace 1, and I can choose to save my two panels and every menus, okay, that comes with it this way, and click on the save option. So if I slide over to any of these other ones, this basically changes entirely. So I can click on this and click on painting, for example, the user interface also changes. Okay, but if I return it to the workspace one, okay, which I created, and you have the customized workspace this way. Okay, so that is for the first workspace. So for workspace two, I would like to basically take out this as well. I don't need the whole group as well, so I can remove this, close the whole group. I don't need this. Likewise the brush, I don't basically need it here, so I can close this group and have this looking like this. So I can actually take the property panel. Okay, I'll head over to Windows and enable the property panel, and I'll drag it, left click and drag it above till you have this blue line like this, and release it. So afterwards, I would like to return this to a double column, head over here and save it as a new workspace, that is workspace 2. Okay, so I'll save the two panel like this as well, save the menus and the keyboard shortcut, and I'll click on the save button. So after you're done, you can actually head over here and switch across any of the workspace, and you can use it to work on any design project because it has already been saved. So we can also make more some changes in terms of the background color of this Photoshop. I can right click on this blank space and click on select custom color, give it a color of my choice, maybe this, and I'll click on the OK button for that, and I'll have this looking like this. Okay, that is in terms of this. So I can choose to open a project, okay, on my Photoshop here, and you can see the various layers here. Okay, so this is the main essence of me enabling the layers panel and making it so very big in such a way that I can actually see the different layers I'll be using in terms of working on any design project as well. Okay, so over here you can click on this and you can basically set your layer count. It will tell you the amount of layers and how many groups you have in your design project. Okay, so moving further, you can also enable the show transform control here, and this basically enables you to transform any layer you actually select. I can select this text here by left clicking. It will enable the transform option. If I click on this, it will also select this, giving me the transform option. If I click on this, it will give me the transform option. When I click on this, it will also give me the transform option. Okay, so guys, I don't know your take on using the show transform control. Do well to leave a comment in the comment section if you basically use the show transform control, because I don't basically use it. Okay, if you use it, you can tell me in the comment section why you basically like to use the show transform control. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this video. If you do find this helpful, do well to smash the like button, do well to give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you're yet to subscribe, please do well to smash the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content on my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for always watching. Please and please, if you have a question or comment, do well to leave them in the comment section. And you can also share this content with other designers around you, and see you in the next.